Did you know that skeleton captains aren't all equal? For example, their health varies from 375 to 450, around 15 to 18 regular sword slashes to kill. But that's not all. We know they drop skeleton orders that could give you X marks a spot or a riddle. But these aren't just orders, more like double-edged swords. From captain chests, gifts, gunpowder barrels, skulls and reaper bounties, they also give you the 3 cursed chests: Rage, Grogs and Sorrow, making most of their buried treasure cursed. I mean, what do you expect from what we portray as bad guys? For example, the Reaper bounty reveals your location, attracting enemies, or the Chest of Sorrow can sink your ship if you're not careful. However, with this high risk, there's also a high reward that I rarely see anyone taking advantage of. They offer the best way in Sea of Thieves to level up your gold hoarder completely undetected, with an almost perfect chance of never losing your loot. For example, I got all this without a voyage from one island, unnoticed by other players. And I got this other batch from 4 different islands, like a shadow, with 0 risk of losing any of my treasures. And I'll show you how. To achieve this, I have killed over 100 skeleton captains to discover exciting facts about these guys. Even Jackie was simultaneously on another server adding to this count, so we can collect as much science about these guys as possible. It was not fun, mainly if you are maxed out on all factions and commendations. However, when it gets to Sea of Science, this game has way more to offer than meets the eye. And this channel, this is what we do: discover buried treasures. So if you're new here, please subscribe, as I'm trying to reach 200,000 before the end of the year. It will also help me keep discovering facts like these. For example, where they spawn makes a difference, but also who they are makes a difference. But for this one, I will need your help later on. There's so much to cover, so let's get to it. Phuzzy here, sit back, relax, and enjoy. As you set sail completing your regular voyages, you see them with red names on islands. We're not talking about the ashen ones, that variety is different, and they're pretty dull, so we're not gonna cover them here. Now, for skeleton captains, if you kill them, they always drop a villainous skull, a few gold pouches, and the skeleton order. This map or riddle always locates treasure on the same island you are on. That is guarded by the skeleton captain. However, if the island is larger with landmarks like statues and ancient drawings, the skeleton captain always provides a riddle. And that riddle is always a treasure chest containing 3 smaller items, like trinkets, ashen skulls, or gems. If it's a smaller island, the map is always an X marks a spot that varies in number. In my experience, it's always been 1 to 3 locations to dig. So between these 2 types of riddles, skeleton captains on larger islands are not as time efficient as smaller ones, since a riddle takes longer and provides items that sell much cheaper than an item from X marks a spot, like for example, a captain's chest. Now that we know which ones to choose, let's focus on the smaller islands. With this minimal area, it is straightforward to find the chests. Checking different areas of the map, this route is my favorite. Blue water and skies keep your horizon clear, and the distance between Snake Island, Chicken Isle, Fool's Lagoon, and Castaway Isle is pretty close. I got this treasure by simply sailing around and finding skeleton captains almost every time I return to the island. However, if you become a bit fast in looping around this, you might notice a decrease in spawn rate, which is expected. So you can set sail to a nearby island like Paradise Spring to see if a captain is there, and then return to the usual route. But if you notice here, I do not have an emissary flag. See, when I said never losing your loot, of course you can still sink, but not if you don't have loot yet. Here's the trick: never raise an emissary flag or even dig out these items when you get the skeleton order. Remember, this is not your buried treasure where the map will drop. This is the skeleton orders, so an enemy can never get their hands on your quests, even if you sink. You can always come back and dig these out when you are ready to cash out. In my situation, I kept looping around and killing these skeletons while stacking their voyages. So now, in Chicken Isle for example, I ended up with 9 maps of X marks a spot in this minimal area. And once I was ready to cash out, I went to the outpost and raised the gold hoarder flag. Then when I came back, I dug everything out and sold it when the horizon was clear. Of course, I could have done this for a longer time and reached gold hoarder 5, but this is just an example of what's possible. With this, the only time you might lose your treasure is in the end, between digging it out and selling, but this danger window is much smaller if you plan your route ahead of time and dig your treasure in the end. Now that we got this covered, I need your help. Their names aren't just names. I have encountered something that I need your help with. A profound secret hidden within these skeletons. Especially this one, Grog Miles. Once I made many loops and they did not spawn, I went to a nearby island and found him there. When you're on the Sea of Science mentality, you tend to overthink and analyze everything. That's how we discover things. So I thought, what if you play Grog Miles to Grog Miles? As soon as I started doing that, I received 3000 gold. as you can see. I could not track if it was a trial or a hidden achievement, so I don't know where it came from. However, to add to this mystery, his X marks the spot also provided me with a chest of 1000 grogs. Now here's the question. Will playing Grog Miles to Grog Miles give you the chest of grogs? I delayed this video over the weekend to repeat this and see if it's true. However, after hundreds of skeletons, I could not find Mr. Grog again to confirm this. So I would like your help. If you find Grog Miles, let me know in the comments below how it works. Click on the red button if you found this video helpful. Phuzzy here. Happy sailing.